and welcome to The Extra Mile. I'm Linda Boudreau. My guests today are David KRAFT and Marina Little. David is the Secretary-Treasurer. Marina is the President of Giving Hope Mission. We're going to find out about what that is today, and I think maybe help stir a little compassion in our lives since I've been talking to them and really appreciate what you're doing. So to begin, Marina, you, as the President of Giving Hope Mission, let me kind of put the ball in your court to start, if that's okay. What is it?
Okay, giving hope and missions means like you can giving and we have the hoping, you know. Everybody having hoping and everybody having giving. From where? The heart.
From the heart.
And God in first place. Yeah.
And with that hope, it's hard for people, isn't it? I mean, hope is really a big thing.
Exactly. Everybody having hope, you know. So that's why we created me and David, you know, my husband David here. And he's coming to help me, you know. So we together and we here to create something to help is because we having a good things to do in our lifetime. And David, he's the one most put on the table whatever we need to do, you know, about the giving hoping, you know, it's a mission. And he's the one leader most for me. So, and he's having all the questions, you know, and I pass to him what he giving hoping most he can explain better. And I am.
But you did a great kickoff.
Thank you.
she handed that off to you very well, didn't she, David?
I couldn't do it on my own.
No, this is definitely a partnership, I
Yes.
promise you. But I guess from your perspective then, what is it that you all are all about?
Well, before we even got married, she told me that she was going to be moving back to Brazil. That's where she's from. And I told her I'd just follow her anywhere she went.
Oh, true love. Had you been to Brazil when you made that rather rash promise?
No, never had. I didn't know where Brazil was.
You didn't know they spoke Portuguese, I bet.
No, I thought Spanish.
So,
but I went down there with her several times before we started the mission, and I did a lot of videoing with a camcorder, things that we do down there, the people in the villages, the different areas in the jungle. It's not in the city. We have a place where we stay in the city when we fly in, but it's not where we stay very much. It's just
you really go out into the jungle. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's an all-day trip. We take a boat from the city where the airport is, 2.5 hours, and then we get in a canoe and we go about another 3 or 4 hours out to the village.
Wow,
So,
how did you even find this village?
she showed me a picture one time. She brought a picture back
Yes.
from there and it had a house that
That's
was for
what I
sale, and I told her that was going to be my house.
Wait, you bought a house in this very remote village?
Yes.
Well, Marina, how did you find the village?
Well, we have friends out there. I have some parents living out there. Yeah. And the connection, every year I go in Brazil. Every time I go visit, you know, bring something to them, especially the little children. They live out there. They are very welcome.
They love it when you come, huh?
Oh yes, I bring all kind of gifts, and I see, you know, that's the way we start looking, you know, me here looking around the village, listen to the people, what they need, what the dreams they have in their life, day in life, you know, and listen to the children. We saw everything about what they seeking for.
What are they seeking for?
Well, they have a pure water to drinking because
Pure
they don't
water.
they don't have water, a good school like the building, the school, and a clinic.
Okay, a health clinic?
A health clinic, yes.
So those are three things that really can happen.
Yeah, can
They
happen.
can.
Also, the boat, express boat, to take it to the city to go to the hospital, that they don't have.
So they have to do the canoe.
They canoe.
Yeah.
The
It's
canoe
a-
is very hard.
They have a small motor on the canoe,
It's
but it takes
small.
3 or 4 hours to get
Yes.
to a hospital.
Mhm.
And
So if you have an emergency, you're in trouble.
Yes,
Definitely.
they have all constantly, especially in the dry season. And you have to walk like a 3 to 5 miles to get a canoe far away to go to the city to buy the supplies. That's the most I saw, and I feel very, very compassion to these people. And he saw too, and we sit down one day and we discussing. Say, what about if we create one foundation to help in here? You know, that's the way we start thinking about the Giving Hope and Mission.
Okay, so that's really how it was born. Is you went to Brazil, to this rather isolated village. What's the name of the village? Does it have a name?
Yeah, we call Cana.
Cana.
Cana, yes.
Okay, and how do you spell that for those who want to
Cana
do Google
is-
search?
C-A-N-A-A. We have some kind of thing in the top of the A, the last A.
Okay.
How you call?
It just, in Portuguese and Spanish, they have markings over the
Right.
letters,
Yes.
and it changes the way you say that,
Right.
that letter.
Yeah,
So,
it's a village, like Cana village.
Okay.
Yes. And I think you all out there, the people live out there, they are Christian.
Okay,
That's the
so
good point. Out
so
there.
that's a part of it. There's
Yes,
they have
yeah,
the Christian
yeah.
faith out there.
Yeah, me and him, we have planned to go forward more, like, teach the Bible, because that's the focus we have, me and him, to teach the Bible. We are missionaries, no? We're supposed to take Jesus Christ's words for anybody wants to listen to, you
Okay.
know.
Okay. Now you have a home there, so this is more than being missionaries who go for a while and leave. You really are part of the community, I'm thinking.
Yes, I
Is that
am.
right?
yes,
Uh-huh,
definitely.
definitely.
So what are your goals? And let me ask this to David, because you're going to be doing more of the coming
Yes.
back and forth. So what do you want to get done, David?
Well, the most important thing first is to put a well in, a good well.
A community well?
Community well, where we'll have good clean water for drinking, for bathing and washing, and also have it through the dry season, which is when we really have a problem. The wells dry up and everything, we have to walk several miles sometimes to get water.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what is the water situation now?
We pump water right out of the lake. We have a generator that we run every day for a little while, and we pump water out of the lake. And some of us have big tanks up on our roof that we pump the water into to store it. Some of them just have a tank. It's just a big fiberglass tank. It's like 1,000 liter or 500 liter different ones, and you fill it with water. During the rainy season, because we have open hand dug wells there, but they're covered in the rainy season. The lake comes in over the top of them. And then in the dry season, after June, it starts going down, and when it goes down, then the wells are exposed. We clean them, and we pump water out of these until they dry up. And
But they always dry up?
they usually dry up sometime
Yes.
in October or early November. Sometimes we go a month or so with no water in the wells even, and we have to walk to the river to bring water in buckets and that sort of thing. We don't have any roads or cars out there, or four-wheelers or anything like that.
So the water situation is either you're flooded, you have way more than you can handle, or you don't have enough, and except for a few months when it's just right.
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
kind of how that
At
goes?
least
Pretty
like
much.
4 months, we have a good water. Not good, because, we
Because it's
have
lake water.
Exactly, yeah.
The problem is even when we boil the water and drinking and stuff makes it healthy. I drink it. I eat and I drink whatever is down there. I don't have any special treatment, and I like that.
Okay, yeah.
But we have to wash with that water, and we shower with that water, or bathe with that water. And there are parasites. There's everything, just like you go swimming in a lake. And some people get sick from this. It gets into your eyes and your ears and things like that. So if we had good, clean, safe drinking water and a good filter system on it for all year round, it would give us water in the dry season to water our vegetables. We grow our vegetables down there. It saves a lot of money on going into the city and buying these things because they're not cheap. It's a day trip to go to the city, and that makes a huge difference.
So what would it take to get a good functioning community well? What could we here do to help make that happen?
We could.
Well,
we're looking for the funding to help
Yes.
help do this through the nonprofit that we have set up, Giving Hope Mission.
Okay. How expensive is it to build a big community well? I have no clue.
A good well like that with a pump and everything on it could cost into the thousands of dollars.
Okay. Which is still, I mean, for good, clean drinking water, thousands of dollars for a whole
Yes.
community doesn't sound like asking too much.
No, it isn't.
You know?
yeah, because everybody deserves a drink of good water.
Well, you kind of need that, don't you
Yes,
think?
that's a need, you know. And we have everything. That's a blessed country here. I love United States.
So we're walking around
That's-
with our bottled water and just, you know, well, we have perfectly
Yes.
good water in our faucets. So, you
That's a
know,
blessing country. It's
yeah.
a blessing. And I love it here. And every time I go out there, that's amazing. And I get out there, take care of everybody, you know. And I think, wait a minute, I gotta go back. You know, my heart is in here, is in a village out there.
what brought you here in the first place, Marina?
Because I want to bring my sons to get a better education.
So it's really all about education.
Yes.
And are they going to stay here or are they going to go
Yeah,
back?
I have one. He's work offshore. He's become a pilot, captain. You know,
You must be
I
proud
believe.
of him.
Yes, I have my second son. He's a pilot, and I have two. They finish high school. They try get a computer business. You know, and I'm very happy because they learning. You know, they're good to me. Thank God for all this.
But you're planning on moving back.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And you
have,
too.
Yes. We have a lot of children to teach, and you learning beautiful things in your life. You gotta have to share. And I wanna share with the children and the ladies out there seeking to do something. I wanna open out there also a place about sewing machines, sew clothes,
Right.
and for the men's, women's, and everything, you know. So they wait for me.
We have machines we're taking with us this
Yes.
time, and we're going to start a
Okay.
little factory like there.
Yeah.
Not very much, but it's something.
It's a start.
And they can
Yes.
make a living doing it because
Yeah.
right now all they do is they pick berries and nuts and things. They sell them to pharmaceutical companies to make medicine, to make cosmetics,
Yes.
things like this. And it's only a very small portion of the year that these things are available, and they fish.
So basically, they don't have a cash society at all. They're living basically
No.
off the land, which is fine as long as
Exactly.
there's enough. But when you run a little short,
Yes.
Okay.
That's we looking, you know, and also have a different places. Me him we gonna discover because more you looking you found, you know, and it's like 3 days from where we stay, having a giant community out there. I don't know what's going on right now, but they have all kind of needs. But right now we work in this one.
yeah. Let's start with what we've
And
got.
this one first. And
Yeah.
first we gotta have to pray, because the prayer you can get anything, everything, and you pray, and you pray. It means God listen to you, you know. And I believe it. And I believe in this earth you still have a lot of good people love each other. That's the love. The love is coming to you. Is amazing. And the loving, it's like I can fix everything.
But you have to give back.
Exactly.
You have to give back, and that's what you all are trying to do, or are doing through the Giving Hope mission.
Yes.
then. So aside from the well, which is like the very first priority. Is the school the second priority?
Yeah, the water, school, the clinic, and the one fast boat for the community we need.
So, what would it take to get a fast boat?
The fast boat, I believe it. It's just for like a emergency.
Yeah.
Emergency, because the way I see little children coming in canoes, like the sun burning. You see the sun outside right now. You go feel. You see. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And the little children can support all this in 5 hours in the canoe. Have a little bitty blankets on the head, and they come home just sleeping. You know, the mothers ladies out there like in their 20s look like a woman's like a 45, 50 years old.
It's a hard life. It's a hard life.
It is a very hard life, and you know.
We also think that with the boat, we can use it to help support the mission, because there will be times when we can use it for transportation for people that need it in the area, and this will help put money back into the mission to support it.
It'll help the community not be so isolated. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
That's a good thing.
Okay, that's a judgment
It'll help
call.
the community grow.
Yes.
Do you think people would want to come? Would it have any tourist potential? Do you think people would want to come and just, as you have done, fall in love with?
If they love nature, I mean, that's as close to nature as you can get.
Yes.
I think it would help.
Oh yes.
And it would be something that these people can use to help take care of themselves, to support themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking that because, you know, when we choose what we're going to give to, if it's a place that we've seen or a place that we've been or a place that we can get to someday, it becomes more real to us, and we're more likely to want to support that cause rather than another cause. And I'm thinking, to hear the two of you talk, it would be a place that many people would seek out.
Oh yes.
If they knew how to find it.
Yes, they don't. Let me tell you, in the winter time, and we have the water, like a high water out there, and you go take the canoe and take a trip, and you see monkeys in the tree, you see beautiful birds, you know, fishing, all kind of, how you say, days, and you take your vacation to enjoy your vacation. That's the place you can go refresh your brains and take your family to have a good time, you know, take a little bit break from the city, and that's wonderful.
No, that's restorative. That's
Yes.
wonderful. You're right.
Yeah.
Now, how did you end up with your house down there? Was there like a house for sale?
Well,
It was vacant, and there's not a lot of market for them down there.
I would.
No.
That's why I asked
it's
that.
a very cheap homes.
Yeah.
Very cheap, and they also we have like a home out there. Oh, that's is belonging to Giving Hope. We're
turning everything over to the mission.
Okay.
Yes.
And we're going to use that possibly in the future for mission trips, for people to come from church groups or whatever, and it'll be a place for them to stay, because there's no hotels.
That's
nothing like
exactly
that.
where I was headed
Exactly.
with this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need you like a building the hotel to start to, and the people coming visit us. We have place to put the people.
Yeah, because
you
not
know.
everybody likes it out under the stars all the time.
Yes.
Tell me about the school situation now.
The school is a small home. It's small, as anybody can go on the website and look at the school. It's a little house, old house, you know, and the thunderstorm is coming, the little children have to run away. And they go to next home, they stay all together out there. And the storm pass, they go back to school, you know.
So the storms disrupt the classroom, huh?
Exactly. So the school needs exactly a new building.
Okay.
A new building.
We have on our website, there's a link to the video that we have made, and I've taken pieces of the films that I've taken down there over the last about 2 years, and put them together in a small video, about a 20 or 25 minute video. And there are some videos of the school itself, the outside of it. It's just a little ways from where we stay, and there's inside the classroom. You can see the teachers in there teaching, all the students in there. It's just two separate rooms that we use for the classrooms. And in the morning we have the young children, two classes, two grades like, and in the afternoon we have the older teenagers and what we would call like high school or whatever here. And they all come from the village, all around the village. We fill up the two classrooms every time, in the morning and in the afternoon, so we have enough students that it's well worth it, and we have two good teachers out there.
Is the education voluntary or is it mandated?
It's kind of a voluntary thing out there, but I can't see where it could ever be voluntary. You need an education.
You do need an education.
It is true.
For anything, and they can grow up, and what we want for our kids is for them to have a little better life than we did.
And that's the same there, is that right?
That's the same there with the parents. They just want to see their kids be able to do a little better than they did, and when they do, and when they get help, they're going to go help others.
So what do the people in the village want? Would they like to see some industry down there? Or they're sewing in business? Would they like to see all of this? Would they like a little more cash, a little more accessibility to the outside world? Is that a dream of theirs?
Well, the people from the village, they work like collect fruits from the jungle, and someone's they like a carpenter. And they make some furniture, but it's not like in here you sell constantly. They don't sell like that. They sell one furniture every 6 months
because there's nobody to buy it.
Yeah, we have to travel into the city with anything we build out there and sell it.
Yeah.
And that's another reason this boat would help to get things
yes,
to the city.
The boat can help a lot of those people. And the dream they have like honestly, all this, to have everybody can know them too, They say, hey, we here,
Right, we exist, we can, and we
hey,
all.
we here.
It's the same dream I think that we all have, and that was kind of the point I wanted to make. That, it's a universal human condition. So in the last, we just have a few minutes left, so I do want to kind of talk about some things that maybe we in the community can do. You have had a garage sale as a fundraiser, right? And that was that had a specific.
That specifically
cause.
went to a family that was sick with hepatitis A and could not get the medications where they were at, and that paid for their medications. And the husband could not work, so it gave them food and stuff to get going, to get back on their feet, and
anything they can help is very welcome, to those people. Not for us. We supporting ourselves.
Yeah,
I want to put it very clear. We have a little money to take care of ourselves.
Right, you're not taking money out of this. Everything that goes to this goes to that community.
The mission is strictly voluntary.
Voluntary.
And right now it's the two of us, and anybody else that comes into it has to follow the bylaws, which there are no salaries, nothing taken out. It's just strictly as we need things to buy for the mission and to take care of the things that we're doing down there, the school, the clinic, anything like that. There's nothing in there there's no place for it to take salaries out of it. That was kind of my thing. I see money being donated all over and people making big, huge salaries to run these missions and these organizations. I just don't think it's right. I mean, they do it, it's legal and everything, but
It's not how you want to run yours, huh?
no, that's why we started this on our own rather than joining something.
Okay, but you do have your 501c3 tax exempt status,
Yes,
and so
we do.
donations are tax deductible.
They're all tax
with it.
deductible.
Yes.
Now, I also want to talk real quickly about your website and what, because you do have a website and then you have a link. We've talked about that, but tell us again what we can see if we follow that.
If you get on the website, on the home page, there are our pictures, and right below our pictures there are two little links. You can click on one of them. It'll take you to a 20-minute video on YouTube that'll show you we speak for a few minutes explaining what we're doing there. We have videos of out in the jungle, people working out there picking the acai berries and things like that. We show video of the school, We show a video of the church building, the one we had to rebuild because it flooded, and another one that's next to it that we have added. We show videos. We show a little clip of our home down there where we actually stay. The well being opened up after the dry season starts and fixed up so they can start using that for water. And the people, they have their wells in an area, and they do their laundry and just take showers, bucket showers out there to cool off and everything, because it's carrying water to the house is very hard.
So it makes it all real. Makes it all real. And I'm
Yes.
going to encourage people watching today to follow your links and to watch the video, because I think it does make a difference when you can see the work in action. In the last 5 seconds that we have, Marina, what do you want people to know about Giving Hope Mission?
At the watch, think about, about the people out there. And I wish they can. Jesus thought in the heart, They use the love they have. I know everybody have love, You think about what they do, thinking.
Because we are all connected and we are all one.
Yes,
So
that's correct.
what helps one helps us all.
Yes.
I want to thank
Thank
both
you.
of you for being here today. We have been talking to David KRAFT and his wife, Marina Little. They are with Giving Hope Mission, and so if you're interested in more information about that, you can check out their website and look at their YouTube video, which is very, very interesting. And I want to congratulate or thank both of you
Thank
for the
you.
good work that you do. And I want to thank you for watching The Extra Mile.